of the sovereign king will start from heaven. Let me help you to start the secret. It's going to connect me to another course. Pay attention quickly. This is eschatology, very deep eschatology. There's a difference between rapture and second coming. So many eschatologists have said so many things about what I'm about to tell you. So many millennialists, so many people who are absorbed into apocalypses of the end have said so many things about what I'm about to tell you. But that is the truth. The truth is that there's a difference between rapture and second coming. But because it is classified, a lot of people don't know. I want you to pay attention. A lot of them who are interpreting rapture and second coming, they are doing it from interpretation of the Bible. So they are preaching it from letters. From letters. And the letter is killing them. What is called letter killing is that somebody called himself a preacher. Somebody called himself a preacher. And the testimony of God's support is not there. Because he has not met God in the word. He has not met God in the word. So instead of getting help from the word, he's trying to get help. He's trying to look for help elsewhere. He can't be free from frustration. Because if you are a servant of God, you cannot get help from elsewhere, outside the word. If you start looking for help elsewhere, outside the word, it means you have abandoned your God. Because God cannot be introduced to men without his word. I would like you to pay attention. So some of those men who interpret that lifeless eschatology, they pay so much. They pay so much. This is the truth. The Messianism of the sovereign king is going to start from heaven. That means it's going to mobilize just men. I said it's going to mobilize just men. The spirit of the Lion of Judah will be in a man on earth, mobilizing just men who are in heaven. What I mean by mobilizing is that he provides cloud of revelation for them. He brings knowledge they don't have. That when you hear just men should be made perfect, it is like a parable of somebody who is in a journey and he stops on the way. It's also an expression of the voice of a prisoner. But it is not being seen that way. But it's an allegory. When you hear Jesus say, I will come back, it's an expression of a man who came for a job he has not finished. Because the nature he has, look at Stephen here. The nature he has, yes. The nature he has does not allow him to continue with the job. I said the what? The nature he. So that lamb should make effort to put on another nature of a lion that can enable him complete the job. So if you're hearing me, learn something. Miracle is in nature. When that young man was coming to you for marriage, out of everything you should look for, is that he's kind. Is his kind. He's kind. His nature. So the lamb cannot finish God's work until he change a nature that can do it. He started it as a lamb, but he has to take a nature of a lion, because the lamb nature cannot do God's work in the last millennium. The lamb nature cannot establish an eighth government. So what is called starting the work from heaven is he will start by revelation, mobilizing the elders in heaven to come back to the earth. Wait. Mobilizing the secret mobilization. The secret mobilization that connect the dead with the living and connect to the elders in heaven is called rapture. The secret ornamentation, like what happened when a bride is getting ready to marry a big man. When a beautiful girl is being ornamented to marry a big man, that is allegory. It's done secretly. When you take that girl, when you take the girl to the inner room, only the beautician, that is the makeup girl, will be there to make her ready according to the provision of her husband to be. You see, if you want to marry a man and he want to give you ornament, he give you the ornament of his capacity. And in the realm of the spirit, that ornament is called revelation. So the Lion of Judah bring ornament, call the bride of Christ into beauty room. That is why when he opened the book, oh hallelujah, Pasharato Sakada, the elders knew that new season has come, because what trapped them in heaven there, what delayed them, what the allegory of bondage that kept them in heaven there, was what was hidden in that book. So when he saw that the book has opened, they know they will further. I said they know. They will know they will further. Because in the content of that book is a cloud of their next level. And what was the book for? The book was there to mobilize them, to bring them from heaven that belong to the lamb to the earth that belong to the lion. So that movement from heaven to the earth, from heaven to the earth, to declare Jesus king on earth, is called second coming. Don't joke with me. Nobody. This is the only thing I know. It's just like you have finished making the girl beautiful, and then you open the door and say, meet your husband. So what the content of the book is what the Lion of Judah is using to make them ready with a higher power, so that they can come down. They know that the journey will not end in heaven. That's why they were crying. John was crying. They know that heaven, because the heaven where they are, there is no God in heaven now. They no, there is no God in heaven. That heaven, there is no God in that heaven. Some of them went there to go and meet God. When they went there, they didn't see God. So they started crying. Now where is God? So God entered into a man in a book form and started getting them ready to come down to the earth where God is found as Lion of Judah. Church, is it too much of huh? 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 If that movement will be sponsored by book, why will you play with book? What will make them, when you hear they are still in heaven, why they are happy is that the content of the book will dress them up. Yes. Huh? Excuse me. If you're a woman, and the man that want to marry you, you don't feel like looking fine if you want to meet him, then evil has happened to you. It means you have no respect for him. That's the meaning. You have no what? No, you have no respect. If you have respect for him, you will be careful about the way you appear before him. And then do you know can I tell you something about ornamentation? Huh? Do you know why God is a husband of widows? Can I tell you why? Is it because widows dress up only for God? And it is a kind of husband that you have that means what you wear. You can only wear what he can buy. So because they are meeting the lion, the strongest man, so he uses the last revelation to make them ready for the eighth rule. That is that's what the Bible calls mysteries will finish. Mystery will finish means God will buy expensive clothes for the bride. Like I said on Sunday now, when you hear mystery will finish, it means gold will come as dust. Because the most expensive cloth in eternity, the most what? Expensive cloth in eternity is meant for the last bride. The last bride is the bride of Christ. The day I know on earth that I will not have a wife on earth, because the only way I could have a wife is to divorce. It won't even come to my mind. When I saw the bride of the lion, and then she comes to me. Excuse me, there is no girl I will meet on earth that in 2 minutes I will not know the difference between two of you. There's no woman on earth. There's no woman I will meet on earth, not even 2 minutes. There's no woman I will meet on earth I will not know the difference between that woman and that bride in 1 second. So this is a girl that come to me when I'm quiet. Using beauty for her is a waste of time. I say using? No, you can't use beauty for a bride. That's the most beautiful woman in eternity. That she's a pattern of beauty. Now, maybe I will. Can I help you with something? Huh? Values that make the wife of the lion the most beautiful girl in eternity. Value that maid, the wife of the lion, the bride of the lion, the most beautiful girl in eternity. If you look up, I will start something that will help you. Remember that a lot of things I have here, I've not even taught them. I don't know what will happen, but I know I will close by 7:30. Don't see it as teaching. See it as help. Write only what can help you in this practical teaching I'm doing. You remember that I'm going to. I have a short time already. 6 minutes after 7. Pay attention. When I came into the church last night, I lie down on my small carpet, on my small rock praying. And after a while, I discovered that my light was still on. I had to off 2 and then leave 1. So when I put my hand on the switch, the counselor appeared there and said, stay with Micah chapter 4, 1, 2, 3. So when I started praying, I stayed with Micah. And then he said to me, he said, what's the difference between the mountain on top of other mountains and other mountains? I said, why not? The mountain on top of other mountain